Bank and Texas Regional Bank.
You may have seen this store more than once on your drive through Edinburg. Beverly's Hardware has been around for decades. The shop was handed down to someone who first started working there when he was only a teenager. Here's Rick Diaz with today's GENTE.
I expanded the walls.
He walks the aisles with ease. He knows the inventory by heart, every bolt, every nail. Say hello to the owner, Joe Lopez Jr.
I was in high school and my dad said, "Hey son, you're 16 years old, it's time for you to start working." So I ended up getting a part-time job and started working here.
Here is Beverly's Hardware in Edinburg.
It started with Don Beverly, 1947 August. He ended up running it till 1976 and he sold it to his son Jim Beverly. And I worked for Jim Beverly for 22 years. October 2010, he sold it to me.
But there was a gap of 5 years when Joe went to college.
And then he called me back. He needed a manager to run the shops.
And he knows this is a store with a lot of history. Generations have made this their hardware store.
Coming with my grandpa over here, picking up different items. He would even send me after he wasn't able to come anymore.
I've got about 45 linear feet of bolts, nuts, screws. We have a lot of stuff that people can't find, and if they can't get it somewhere, they can come over here and I can probably order it for them. A lot of customers come in here wanting the shirt. It says, "I got it at Beverly's." These are the surgical masks, and we have very few KN95s.
Speaking of, how has the virus quarantine affected business?
To us, it's been a blessing because we've been the busiest we've been in a long time. I really believe it's been honeydews. Everybody was at home, didn't have anything to do, so they started catching up on their projects.
This is his store now, so has he ever considered changing the name?
No, I would never consider changing the name. Again, the Jim Beverly is like a dad to me. I would never, and their family, the kids, they treat me like a brother.
The store has been here now for 73 years, and it will continue, he says, maybe by one of his 3 sons.
So I told them, I said, "Hey, I got a long ways to go. You guys retire first from your jobs, and then you can come and run the shop."
Joe Lopez and Beverly's Hardware. It's now his store. For Channel 5 News, I'm Rick Diaz. Con el Mijan.
It's pretty nice.